Nothing like looking ahead for the rest of the year and seeing what kind of good whiskeys are going to be coming out. We got a good list for you today.
Yep, these are some of the new and upcoming whiskeys that are coming out. We have a bunch to talk about, some big hitters here.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to talk about new whiskeys coming out.
Yeah, so I always say this before we do a video. If you ever go on Instagram and if you look, I think it's like Coming Whiskey.
Yeah, Coming Whiskey, or isn't there another one too?
Probably. There's probably a few of them, but that's the only one I follow. He does such a great job posting everything. And
yes.
You should totally go follow him. But anyways, basically look on his page. You can see a whole bunch of whiskey labels that are being produced. And, you know, that's basically where I go through and I look for all
That's where we look. That's exactly where we look every time we kind of do it.
So before we start, make sure you hit the subscribe notifications.
Like, subscribe notifications.
Check us out on Patreon. You know, come hang out.
Yeah, Patreon.
I'm hoping to the good Lord above by then we have Discord going, so hopefully that's a thing.
I mean, it's kind of,
I'm so close.
It's really close.
I just have to talk to a couple people.
Like, I can get on there and peruse around and talk to other admins.
He's so excited because he's admin now on there. I'm just excited that he was able to download Discord and figure it out.
You know, sometimes it does what it does.
Yeah.
I had already created a Bourbon Kingdom account, and I had to nix that one and create a BK David one.
Oh yeah, because I already took them. Yeah. You're welcome.
So
I guess I have to change that Bourbon Kingdom Zach because you have Bourbon.
I have BK David. Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's
not like people won't know which ones are which.
Yeah, probably true. So check us out on there. And then before we start, do we want to try the new 117? I think it's bottle and bond rye.
I mean, might as well.
Oh, we got an Old Forester bottle to talk about on here. I haven't tried this yet, but that nose. I
mean, Zach is an Old Forester rye kind of guy.
I'm really an Old Forester person, regardless of what they think of me.
No love reciprocated, but
some people at Old Forester.
Yeah, that is true.
It's not the really important ones that for sure upper management. They hate me. Anyways, so I'm going to start, and I'm just going to start with the biggest banger, honestly, you could argue on this list.
Yeah.
So the other day this was dropped. It's a Blade & Bow 30 year. Now, before we start, it gets kind of complicated. So there's a Blade & Bow, it almost looks like a small batch to me, where if you're reading everything right, it's like 109 proof. But then it gets really weird because then there's a cask strength that says 87, 84 something proof. And then there's a single barrel that says 83 proof or something like that. I think those are just placeholders.
Yeah.
And I'm even borderline curious if the cask strength and the single barrel are actually going to exist. I can see the small batch existing would be correct. Maybe even the single barrel. But I have a feeling that one of those labels will be a thing, and maybe the other ones they just kind of did, and they might not do. But I could be wrong.
I have a feeling you're going to like this.
I keep telling Dave I want to do and I want to get a Blade & Bow 22 year.
Yeah.
And I just haven't done it.
Well, you have to be the one person in there that they give it to at any given time.
So here's the thing. If you go to Stitzel Weller, they sell one a day, basically. And they don't always have one, but for the most part, they always have one. You can typically get them, but they are not cheap.
No, they are not cheap.
They are not cheap at all.
What are they now? Are they over 1,000?
I don't remember, but I think they're somewhere between 800 to 1,000 there. So take it for what it's worth.
That's steep, man.
It ain't cheap.
It ain't cheap.
That
is definitely not cheap.
And it's Derby time. It's getting ready to be Derby time, so I'm trying to save every penny I can.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what Derby's going to be like. Derby might be wild again. Might not be wild again.
You never can tell. That is true. You can never tell.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm excited for it. I think Blade & Bow 22 year is like some of the greatest low proof whiskey you can have. So I would really love to see what a 30 year Stitzel Weller barrel is like at 109 proof.
That is true.
So
Next on the list is the newest Remus Repeal Reserve. It's coming in at like 104 proof. The second drink of this was way better than the first drink. I think because we haven't been drinking ryes, and I went to a rye, it kind of...
Oh, I reset my palate before you came down here.
And so it would just, kind of shocked me. But anyway, the newest Remus Repeal Reserve, it is got some older juice in it this time, which I always hold hope that you can get back and recapture like good magic with some older whiskey. It's not all old, but there's 2 10-year.
I think 10-year should be considered.
We talked about that. I feel like 10-year starts. Like, I think 10-year, you can say that's older whiskey.
So here's the problem, though. That 19-year, yes, there's a 19-year, and that's ultra-age whiskey, but it's like 2%.
Yeah, it's
4%, whatever it is.
But it can add some really good notes to it, even at 2%, which is super cool. So it's got 2 10-year, an 11-year, and a 19-year in it. I don't know what that mixture is, except for he said that the 19-year may be 2% or something like that. So, we have a different relationship with Remus than when it's good, man. It really is. And my hope is every time we drink a Remus that it's good. Because when it's right, man, it is so good. That Remus 5 is still one of my favorite things to drink. I just had a pour of it last night because I was watching the NCAA championship, and I was just like, all right, let me have some Remus. I'm going to enjoy this game. So anyway, here's hope for it. I don't know what the retail is going to be, but my gut tells me it's going to be $130 to $150.
This thing's sexy.
It's going to be good. I knew you would like it. I knew you would like it a lot.
You like this nose?
No, this is good. Like this is good. I didn't. The first pour kind of threw me off, but it was just because I had gone from finished bourbon to.
By the way, I don't know if we said this earlier, but for the podcast listeners, this is the 117. This is the Bottle and Bond Rye from Old Forester.
Yeah, this is their newest 117 release.
And for everybody who's asking, like, why is this important? This was filled in the spring of 2015, so it's 9 to 10 years oldish. I think it's like 9, some change.
It has a bunch of good rye notes to it for sure. We're not doing a...
Oh, bring on another label that's towards the bottom of this.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, I have cautious optimism for Remus Repeal.
I think we're to the point with Remus where we're always hopeful. Like, didn't we like last year's?
Yeah, we like last year's.
Yeah, we like last year's. Yeah. I think what we should do, maybe, is start just like really lower our expectations of it and just say it is what it is.
Yeah, maybe that's what it may be. Right.
And 5's just an all-time banger, and it just is what it is.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Number 3, the Parker's Heritage Collection. This is going to be an 11-year. This is 122 proof. Now, this one's going to be really unique, and I feel like this one's either going to be a monster or a miss. And I'm very curious on how it's going to work out because it's basically a blend of 3 different types of whiskeys. First one's going to be a wheat whiskey. It's 15 years old. Second one's going to be a corn whiskey. That's 11 years old. And then the next one is a 2-grain whiskey, which is 12 years old, and it's only rye and malted barley.
That's going to be, That'll be interesting.
It's going to be fascinating how they do that because it's like, so you're getting all these grains together, right?
Yeah. I feel like they've just held back a bunch of barrels of all the past stuff that they've released and were like, all right, let's take the rye and the malt and let's take the corn and
So, and I don't know.
It could be fantastic.
Is it 15-year-old Bernheim? Is it 11-year-old mellow corn? And then whatever this rye and malted barley is?
Those what's their little squatty bottle that they do?
Oh, grenades?
No, not the grenades, but the ones that used to be on the bottle your own.
Heaven Hill Select?
Yeah, the Select side.
Yeah. Now look, when some of those hit, they hit.
They do.
They hit.
I have a 14-year hitter that's at the house.
That is true. Here's the thing. I'm fascinated how it's going to go because I don't want to say this in a bad way. We're kind of due for a bad Parker's. We haven't had one in a while. Like, honestly, like, the worst ones came out since the...
Is that the Orange Karas?
Yeah, but that's even been a minute since that one's been out.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that was a long... That was 21 that one came out?
Yeah. Like, we really haven't had a bad one in a while. Mm-hmm. So, I am fascinated to see how this one turns out.
Yeah.
Just because, like, in theory, you're sitting there looking at it like, okay, so it's basically a 4-grain, but you're mixing all these whiskeys together. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah, we'll see. Number 4 on the list is the Russell Reserve Single Rickhouse Camp Nelson E. It's going to come in at 128 proof. It's going to come in at probably 3 times that number in a price.
Actually, your math probably isn't that far off.
Yeah, it's going to be close to $400.
Here's what
I mean, it's going to be close.
The price doesn't... I don't even want to think about the price. What excites me for this is, I don't know, and please, somebody check me in the comments below. I don't know of a higher proof Wild Turkey product than this.
Yeah.
And the idea of a almost 130 proof Wild Turkey product sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I've already had friends message me. It's like, hey, so whenever that drops at the distillery and you get one, you gonna share? Like you gonna crack that?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely gonna crack it.
He knows, they know that I'm gonna crack it. So of course they're gonna be able to try it. But everybody's fascinated because this will be older whiskey, whatever it is, right? It'll probably be 10 to 12 to 14 years old, somewhere in there, whatever that age is. And then with it being 128 proof, like, here's hoping.
I mean, the truth is it sells itself. Like, it's going to be in high demand when that comes out. Last year it came out in July, didn't it? I feel like it was July when it came out.
I don't know.
Because I feel like I was I was on a trip.
Was it that one or the Russell's 15?
It might have been the Russell's 15. I can't remember which one. But
do you want to tell the story?
No, I don't. I don't even care anymore.
I don't even care.
FOMO of all FOMOs. But anyway, yeah, this one, Russell's Reserve at this point kind of speaks for itself. And if it's coming out, people are going to be excited about it.
This drink's like almost like a dusty MGP rye.
It has some twinges of the MGP rye. I do agree with that.
That's kind of freaking beautiful. We're going to have to review this at some point in time.
I knew you were going to like this. The best 117 to come out in a while.
Yeah, might be.
Yep.
Okay, next one. Talking about Old Forester. We got to talk about Old Forester President's Choice Rye.
This is going to be...
If it's
here's what I'm going to say.
This.
People are going to flip their lids for this.
So yes and no.
No, they are.
No, yes and no. It's a rye.
I don't care. Do you remember the barrel strength rye when it first came out? The awful, and that was just a barrel strength rye that was coming out.
But now it just sits on shelves.
It does just. I'm not talking about what it's going to be 5 years from now.
I know.
I'm saying what it's going to be in the immediate. People are going to just freak out over it.
I know. Here's what I would say.
Secondarily, somebody's going to pay way
this
too much
thing
for it.
Here, we just fresh cracked this one. This thing here is awesome. Now let's see what some air does.
Yeah.
See what some time does to it. This is awesome. Who knows what a single barrel tastes like? But man, you put some age on that.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, if they can get that over
way more excited.
If they can get that closer to like 11.
Well, I mean, that's somewhere between 9 and 10 years old there.
Yeah, I'm just
so
saying,
they
like,
have
you get
older
it, you get it to
available.
11 to 12 years old.
I know.
It could be special. Could be special.
I totally agree. I'm super excited for that. That 117 just makes me way more excited than what I already was for it.
Yeah.
A little quick FOMO story here. I had a barrel pick I went with Dan and Sean, we both did, with Dan and Sean down to Barton and we picked a full proof.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I was very
pleasantly surprised
because we typically don't love their foolproof pigs, and we really enjoyed that one. We actually liked another barrel more, and I tried getting that one. That wasn't going to happen. With that being said, when we were down there, though, the label that night before dropped of the President's Choice, so everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, is President's Choice rye going to drop?" I'm like, I have to be on a barrel pig at this time. I'd be on a barrel pig as Old Forester is opening. How am I going to make that? I'm like,
good thing they didn't. It was just the 117.
It was just the 117.
Yeah.
But there was a little bit of that moment.
Yeah, always. All right, so the next one on the list is the Old Charter the finest oak Kentucky straight bourbon.
Yeah.
If you know this is a Buffalo Trace product. Not everybody knows about
I don't think everybody understands that that's a Buffalo Trace product.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
This one is, so the rumors are that this one is a banger. And it's, to me, like if you can make a 95 proof banger, Michter's made it in a 10-year. It's 94 proof.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I mean, if you can, Wild Turkey, them 2003s, what are those? Those are lower than 90 proof.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, if you can make a lower proof bourbon really, really good, man, it's just, sometimes there's nothing better than that.
It's special.
Yeah, it's special.
Because the skill and the art of that,
yeah,
I think it's tougher in a lot of ways. So, but we've heard, again, this is just rumor. We haven't had it. We don't know, but we've heard a lot of good rumors and a lot of good things about the new O Charter. So I'm hoping to be able to try it. Now watch, it might be terrible. Yeah. You don't know. But we've just heard rumors from different employees, different people down there at Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
And yeah. By the way, shout out to Buffalo Trace people. I don't know when they're going to go back to work.
They said Thursday at minimum. I'm like, Thursday?
I've heard crazy rumors anywhere that they're not going to be distilling for a month to almost 8 months.
Well, we'll feel this in like 3 years. Like,
I bet you we're not. I bet you they. Well, I mean, you got to think how much they're making. I mean,
that is true.
You know,
here's to speedy recovery for anybody who's been under the water.
That is true.
That's tough because there's so much. I mean, there's so much water in the state of Kentucky right now. It's insane how much water we got. Anyway, tell us what you're looking forward to. If there's something on this list that we didn't put on here, let us know what that is that you're looking forward to. Mm-hmm. And until the next time,
we'll see you.
We'll see you.